Test of time. Make sure you have a pen and paper handy. This is not a simple video. It is an English test. The Test of Time, Part 1. Four simple phrases about time will appear below. When they appear, pause the video and then write four simple sentences using them. When you are finished the sentences, restart the video. The phrases are in time, on time, ahead of time, not before time. Press pause now. Welcome back. Now check your sentences against what you find out in the next part of the video. To save some time, we've combined the first three of these phrases into one sentence. The early bus arrived on time, so we got to the office at 7, in time to prepare the presentation ahead of time. Not before time, said the boss. I was expecting to see this yesterday. If something is on time, it happens at the expected time. To do something in time is to do it before the opportunity is lost. If something is done ahead of time, it is prepared in advance. If we say not before time, then we imply that something should have been completed earlier. Now check your sentences. Did you use the phrases correctly? That is the end of part 1. This is part 2. Nine more complex phrases about time will appear next. After they appear, pause the video and write down what you think each of them means. When you are finished, restart the video. Having a devil of a time. It's just a matter of time. Become a legend in your own lifetime, in the right place at the right time. A stitch in time saves 9. Having a high old time. A race against time. Behind the times. Doing time. Write down what you think each of these means. When you're finished, press restart. But press pause now. Welcome back. Watch the rest of the video and see if what you thought these phrases mean is correct. Having a devil of a time. To face a lot of difficulties when trying to achieve your goal. She had a devil of a time claiming her overpaid tax back from the government. It's just a matter of time. This is used when describing something which will inevitably happen at some point in the future. The politician's crimes will eventually be exposed. It's just a matter of time before someone talks to the press. Become a legend in your own lifetime. Someone who has gained renown or fame within his or her lifetime. This phrase also inspired a legend in your own mind, referring to egotistical people who believe themselves to be more significant than they actually are. Also, sarcastically, we say a legend in your own lunchtime, which means not a legend at all. Stephen Hawking truly became a legend in his own lifetime. In the right place at the right time. Being lucky enough and smart enough to be able to take advantage of a situation which arises, where you have the skills, the time, and the attitude needed to fill a need or complete a job, task, or goal, usually for personal gain or fulfillment. I didn't know anything about this opportunity, but I saw at once that it could make me rich, and it has. I guess I was just in the right place at the right time. A stitch in time saves 9. This means that it is better to fix something when the problem is small, rather than wait for it to get worse over time. Coming from a time before mass production of clothes, this proverb tells us that it is better to mend a small hole in a garment with a single stitch, rather than wait for a large tear to develop. Having a high old time. Used when describing someone who's enjoying themselves a lot, often with the implication that there are other, more serious things they should be doing. She was having a high old time at the party, while her children were being scolded at home by their bad-tempered old aunt. A race against time. Trying to achieve something very important within a very tight time frame, where failure to complete the goal will have serious consequences. The soldiers were in a race against time to get the flood defences in place before the river burst its banks. Behind the times. Old-fashioned, not up to date, unaware of recent developments. When I was in South America a few years ago, I saw a lot of print shops, but most of them were so behind the times they still used mechanical printing machines. Okay, but your information is behind the times. Everyone has gone digital since then. Doing time. In prison, having been convicted of a crime. I could tell from his tattoos that he had done time in the past, but I always think a man should be given a second chance. So I gave him a job. Didn't work out though. He stole money from me, so now he's doing time again. Did you get the meanings right? Compare what you wrote with what you have found out from this video. And then we will move on to the test of time, part 3. Write 9 sentences each of which uses one of these phrases correctly. You should do this part of the test in your own time after the end of the video. That is the end of the test. But you should practice using all of these phrases in conversation over the next few weeks. To learn English, you have to use it.